Somewhere in a break room, a group chat, a family dinner, a person is walking normally, speaking normally, existing at a completely unremarkable volume. This will not be received normally. Let the record show no laws were broken, no harm was done. The subject simply arrived, spoke their opinion once, did not apologize for it. In a healthy environment, this is called a Tuesday. In a narcissistic environment, this is called a pattern of concern. Exhibit A, they didn't flinch when spoken to sharply. Exhibit B, they didn't beg to be liked. Exhibit C, they left the conversation the same size they entered it. The committee finds this deeply suspicious. Here is what confidence actually looks like from inside a nervous system that was never allowed to have any. It looks like a threat, not because the chosen one did anything, but because calm is a mirror, and mirrors are unbearable to anyone who has spent a lifetime being told the reflection was the problem. So the narcissist does not feel jealousy the way it's usually described. It doesn't announce itself as, I want what they have. It arrives smaller than that, quieter, older. It arrives as, if they get to be that settled without earning my approval first, what does that mean about the years I spent performing for approval that never came? That question is unbearable, so it never gets asked out loud. Instead, it gets converted. Fear converts into accusation because accusation feels like control, and control was the only love language this particular nervous system ever learned fluently. So the confidence gets renamed. Boundaries become coldness. Calm becomes arrogance. Not explaining yourself becomes hiding something. It's not that they misread the evidence. It's that the true reading was too expensive to afford. Because if the chosen one's ease is real, or God forbid is a choice, then the narcissist's own exhaustion was never mandatory either. And that thought is the one thing the room was built to keep out. So watch what fear does when it's wearing a badge instead of admitting it's afraid. It gossips, not because the story is true, but because a shared story feels like less of a lie when there are witnesses. It excludes, not to punish, but because proximity to something unbothered is the one exposure it cannot survive. It escalates small moments into character trials because a small moment handled honestly would only require an apology. An apology was never modeled as safe. None of this is strategy. It only looks like strategy from the outside. From the inside, it's a nervous system doing the only trick it was ever taught. Turn the fear into someone else's problem before anyone notices it's yours. So let the record reflect the actual charge. Not arrogance, not coldness, not a crime. Just a person who stopped performing for a verdict that was never going to be fair in the first place. The case is closed. Some rooms don't need you to explain yourself. They need you to leave the room. Both are still victory. Confidence isn't a crime. It's just the one thing a fear-based room can't prosecute. Case closed. Be sure to like and follow your tribe of alchemists.